Your hair can become your most valuable ally or, on the contrary, a silent saboteur of your image. Beyoncé often said that hair can become a powerful symbol of personal expression, but what happens if your hair tells a story that you no longer feel is yours? The issue is not simply reduced to the external appearance, but to how you perceive yourself every time you reflect in the mirror. Many women who have passed the threshold of 60 notice that the cuts and routines that were perfect for them now seem to create problems for them. This happens because, just like life, even hair changes with the passage of time. It can become thinner, drier, or acquire a few rebellious waves that were not there before. And do you know what the most negative consequence of this process is? The seemingly tiny mistakes in the management of your hair that, without you even realizing it, can add years to your appearance more than any wrinkle. Fortunately, you don't have to resign yourself to this reality. There are extremely simple strategies and tricks that can transform your hair into an authentic symbol of your vitality. Having well-groomed and shiny hair, in fact, is not just a matter of aesthetics. It affects your state of mind and the confidence with which you present yourself to the world. Every single lock is part of a story that you deserve to tell with pride and elegance. Now, try to imagine waking up every morning and seeing in the mirror hair that truly reflects your energy, your inner strength, and your joy. If the idea tickles you, subscribe to the channel, activate the notification bell, and leave a like. Here you will find inspiration, advice, and testimonials to honor the extraordinary woman who is still growing and shining at every stage of her life. The first problem is the habit of remaining tied to outdated styles and hairstyles. It's an understandable attitude. There's a certain reassurance in wearing what we know well. However, this lifeline easily turns into a big break that can age our look. Think of Dolly Parton in the 80s, a period in which her voluminous and layered cuts made her a true icon. Today, however, she has chosen more refined and modern styles, capable of enhancing her maturity with freshness and a touch of playfulness. If you resist change, you risk finding yourself with a cut that, despite having been yours for years, now ends up highlighting signs of aging. For example, the straight fringe that gave balance to the face of a 20-year-old could now put the spotlight on a few wrinkles on the forehead. And the long, straight hair that conveyed grit and strength in her youth can become flat and dull when the hair loses volume. The best sign that you're overdoing the nostalgia? When someone recognizes your hairstyle and instantly connects it to a past decade. A fun example is Rachel Green from Friends. In the 90s, her layered cut with spiky tips was all the rage, but today, if someone stubbornly stuck with that look, they'd risk appearing more nostalgic than up-to-date. Luckily, reinventing your style doesn't mean giving up your identity. Often, all you need to do is modernize an old cut by adding a few light layers or opting for a textured bob, in order to give it movement and a more contemporary feel. Several hairstylists also suggest micro-changes, like curtain bangs or highlights, which add three-dimensionality and delicately illuminate the face. And there's even research from Yale University confirming how a small change in look impacts the psychological well-being of older women. Changing your style, then, is not just an exercise in vanity, it celebrates the woman you are today and her ability to shine thanks to experience. The same goes for the products you use. Still using those of the past could backfire. Just as your life changes, your hair also undergoes transformations. It becomes thinner, more fragile, or can even change texture. Madonna, legendary for her flowing and unmistakable hair, has said that she has completely revised her hair care routine to maintain strength and shine as time goes by. Apparently insignificant mistakes are enough to make small problems much bigger. A harsh shampoo, perhaps perfect in your youth, could now dry out your hair, causing it to break. Or a conditioner that is too rich, which once made it silky, can now weigh it down and deprive it of volume. These difficulties, however, have a solution at hand. In recent years, the market has churned out products aimed at the needs of mature hair. Gentle shampoos enriched with argan oil or panthenol cleanse without stripping essential moisture, while light conditioners restore shine without weighing hair down. Many formulas focus on keratin to strengthen weak locks and vitamin E as an antioxidant, capable of protecting hair from the external environment. If you consider that research reveals a reduction in the natural hydration of mature hair of up to 30%, it becomes clear how crucial it is to maintain the right levels of hydration. And this does not only concern your image, but your psychophysical well-being. Choosing products that respect your hair means celebrating maturity and its unique charm. Another often overlooked aspect is the shape of the face. Yet, taking care of this detail can radically change your relationship with your look. Meryl Streep, for example, continues to enchant the world with the elegance of her hairstyles, always in harmony with the structure of her face. If you have a round face, for example, a cut with long asymmetrical layers can visually lengthen the contours, while a short and straight cut could accentuate the roundness. On the contrary, if the face is elongated, the lack of volume risks creating an inharmonious effect. Reese Witherspoon, for example, often uses waves and curls to give the impression of greater width, giving sweetness to the features. To choose correctly, the opinion of an expert hairdresser is pure gold. They will be able to identify cuts and styles capable of making your face harmonious, avoiding long periods of frustration. In this way, you not only enhance your aesthetics, but you nourish your self-esteem every day. Another common misunderstanding is ignoring the natural growth patterns of hair. Each hair has its own personality, forcing it to take directions that don't belong to it causes stress to both you and your hair. Think of Diane Keaton and her iconic short cut, the perfect choice for her growth patterns. She doesn't fight texture, but enhances it with a cut that always looks tidy, almost effortlessly. When we insist on parting in an unnatural place, or straightening unruly curls, we end up with an artificial effect. Instead, it's better to indulge the natural movement. A slightly side parting can give volume and a sophisticated look, while enhancing the original waves and curls offers softness and character. Science, reported in the Journal of Cosmetic Science, also confirms that hair treated in line with its growth pattern is more beautiful and manageable, and requires less maintenance. Embracing the natural characteristics of your hair, therefore, is an act of authenticity and a saving of precious time. It is essential not to ignore thinning hair, a phenomenon that affects many women after the age of 50 or 60. Some see it as a break, others, instead, taking the opportunity to renew themselves, consider it an invitation to experiment with different cuts. Sharon Stone, for example, often prefers short, textured cuts that give her volume, while maintaining a modern and elegant charm. When hair thins, wearing long, heavy hair can take away vitality and highlight the loss of thickness. On an aesthetic level, the risk is to seem anchored to a look that no longer reflects the dynamism of the woman you are. To give a burst of novelty, you can take inspiration from those who have already tried bold changes. A pixie cut, for example, can give you a jaunty look and, with the right layering, create the illusion of greater thickness. Likewise, relying on specific products, such as root-boosting sprays or texturizing dry shampoos, can restore vigor to the hair. It is significant to note that many women who have chosen specific formulas for fine hair have experienced a tangible increase in self-esteem and a general sense of rejuvenation. Even hot tools, if used excessively, become silent enemies of hair health. Jennifer Aniston has inspired generations with her flawless cuts since the days of Friends. Behind the scenes, however, her hair has suffered from heat stress. Using flat irons and curling irons daily can damage the hair fiber, drying it out and breaking it. Heat, in fact, compromises the cuticle that protects the hair, promoting the loss of hydration and the appearance of brittle ends. Fortunately, there is an antidote. Heat protective products based on panthenol and silicone can create a temporary shield against heat, preserving the strength of the hair. Giving the hair the chance to air dry from time to time and using hair dryers and flat irons in moderation helps reduce cumulative damage. Furthermore, another factor to consider is the excessive tension caused by ponytails that are too tight or braids that are very tight. These habits can even lead to a form of traction alopecia. By favoring softer, more flexible styles, you protect both the health of your hair and the natural look you need to shine. Another common mistake is skipping regular trims. This may seem like a minor issue, especially if you want to grow your hair out, but it's far from negligible. Michelle Obama is often praised for her impeccable hair care, thanks in part to regular visits to the hairdresser. When you ignore the importance of regular trims, you'll soon end up with split ends, weak strands, and an overall lackluster shape. Split ends, in particular, aren't just an aesthetic nuisance, they weaken the hair and encourage breakage. This slows down actual growth and compromises the hair's resistance. Simple trims every 6 to 8 weeks are excellent prevention. Removing the damaged parts allows the rest of the hair to remain healthy and full of life. Studies have shown that this can reduce the risk of breakage by up to 20%. If your goal is to achieve greater length, then regular micro-trims help you eliminate only the truly damaged areas, allowing for strong, even growth. Another crucial element is how you deal with changes in hair color. Gray hair is certainly not a flaw to be hidden, but rather a recognition of the time lived, which can infuse your look with a special beauty. Jamie Lee Curtis, for example, has popularized the idea that silver hair can be a distinctive feature of great charm. However, it is not enough to let it grow naturally. Being more porous and delicate, white and gray hair can yellow or appear dull if exposed to pollution, UV rays, and even minerals present in water. These factors affect the shade of the hair, which risks acquiring yellowish shades that are not exactly elegant. The most common solution is the use of a purple shampoos and conditioners, designed to neutralize yellowing and make the silver color brighter. Gray hair also tends to dry out more easily, so it is best to choose hydrating and light products, such as leave-in creams based on nourishing oils, argan or jojoba, to keep it soft and shiny. One study even showed that gray hair treated with specific products retains about 25% more moisture, resulting in much more vitality than neglected hair. Taking care of gray hair, therefore, is not an attempt to erase age, but a way to celebrate life and the experiences that have made you the person you are. After exploring these tips, you have a clearer picture of the mistakes to avoid and the strategies to adopt to enhance your hair at every stage of your life. There are no magic solutions that work for everyone, but with a little knowledge and the right products, you can truly transform your hair into a tangible expression of the confident and radiant woman you are. Updating your look is a powerful gesture. It's like telling yourself and the world that you continue to evolve, to discover new shades of yourself, to grow with courage and enthusiasm. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click like if you want to stay up to date with many other tips specifically designed to illuminate your beauty with new facets. I also invite you to leave a comment below. My new era begins now. Share your impressions and tell us how you are reinventing yourself. Maybe you have just thinned out a cut that is too heavy, or you are thinking of switching to a jaunty bob, or perhaps daring to use a color with more vibrant highlights. Every change, even small, reflects the determination of who you are in this moment. Always remember, you deserve to shine in every detail and in every single moment. Maturity can be the most authentic phase of life, a milestone where you can choose to be fully yourself, free from many inhibitions of the past. Every strand of your hair tells a piece of your story, and every decision you make to renew or care for it is a piece of self-esteem added to the mosaic of your identity. It's not just about external beauty, it's a journey that touches on your self-confidence, your state of mind, your desire to continue exploring and having fun. So why not treat yourself to a fresh cut, a specific product, or simply a new routine? It's a way of saying out loud, I am worthy, and I want the world to know it. Whether your next move is a bold change or a subtle refinement, remember that you always have the power to choose.